frames are essentially finite state machines. Long and the short of it is that means there's a limited number of states that this can represent. So you can have four buttons with up to, well, yeah, four buttons, and then each of those four buttons can kind of have their own screen and their own four buttons. So you could map out a total of 16 actions based on this. So as we can see, it will just kind of go through the logic side of it, just like not even thinking about code or anything like that. So we have this frame here that presents us with the four options that we've identified that we have. Click the button. What's going to happen is, so this button has an action associated with it. Yeah, the Farcaster docs basically say that each one of these buttons can correspond to like a call you can make to your own server, and then that call can respond with an image. So we'll see that here. We are clicking on the Samoa's option. So this actually uses, well, I'm not sure what it uses, but they're probably using this one package called Satori. So you actually can generate dynamic images as a response. And that's what it looks like is going on here. So I'm going to click the +1 button. It's going to round trip to the server and then respond with an image that it says 0 instead of 1. But the rest of the image is most likely static. So we click that one and boom, it blurs out for a second. While the request, we can actually even look at the network tab here too. So we can do that one more time. Close that. Oh, it's just refreshing it. Whatever. Anywho, so press +1. So it's calling their API here. Let's see what the payload is, just to have a look. Ooh, payload. This has like my device ID, user ID, got under 3K gang on the FID. Other information as far as like session IDs, timestamps, looks like a nonce or an event ID, something along those lines. So that sent it. Let's see, what was the payload? Did they have anything? So yeah, that was the payload. Response was success. The cast frame action. So this is so after you hit the button, you're getting a result. If it was successful, and then it takes that next frame that this person is rendering on the server, it processes it for you. You can see that B next. You know, it's just a magic value that signals to Farcaster you want to do your thing. Then embed a frame. You get the image URL that we were talking about before, and it is dynamic here. So yeah, this is a server rendered image with that's taking in some request params of cookie, and that's the cookie type and the quantity. So that's actually how it's rendering it. So it's sending this along with the request to the server, and it's just appending our information here onto the URL. So that's how we get which cookie we have, and then the number of cookies in our cart. And then we have our buttons. Let's see, -1 is a type of post. So post corresponds in this case to the HTTP verb post, which is how you send data across the wall. It's one of the ways you can send data across the wire
Yeah.
to your server. So you're posting here. Basically, this is the text title that shows up. That's -1. And same thing here. Index of 2 is +1, 3, menu, 4, cart. Let's see what happens when we hit cart. Boom, cast frame API action. So we can see here, same thing. And this is just the server responding with that image. This is the URL that we posted to get this response. And you can see it's /API/cart. And then the cart only has one button, which is choose more cookies. And then this will fire off a post request to their server again. I really hate how much that is in the background. Gee. Anywho, so we can go back to the main screen. So we click that post URL. Oops, actually, they have a typo here. I'm surprised that works. So yeah, you click on this. You send an order, and it looks like you're sending along with your order. Yeah, the cookie detail, which is what we looked at before. The type of cookie and the quantity. It knows how many we have. And that's basically it. We can minus, which will send, it knows, we click the -1 button and we have the quantity here in the URL. So we know what to do with the quantity. Let's see what happens if we go to 0. See if it'll let us go out of bounds. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it freaked out or anything like that. So good on them.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
this is like this is an e-commerce kind of like platform, obviously, right? So, and this is obviously, again, the whole thing is like what, 4 days old, whatever.
yep.
And the e-commerce was literally just introduced yesterday. So obviously there's tons of different like use cases for this, right? Like people can use this as an artist just to like display their artwork, display their portfolio. You could like mint NFTs. So what are
Hour and a half ish. Yeah, my plan for today was to just start from zero. I haven't actually. I've been looking at the docs. I'm gonna stop saying actually. I swear. Anywho, so yeah, I've already looked at the docs. I haven't written any code yet. I figure we'd all chew that glass together. Uh,
okay?
I, I have a repo for us to look at just to get you going. You don't have to worry about setting anything up. Then we'll go through installing dependencies, or maybe we even need to start before that as far as installing Node on your target machine. We will be using JavaScript. We will be doing server side JavaScript a little bit, just ever so slightly. So we will need Node.js. And yeah, we're at the top of the hour, so probably a good time to do that. Let me